Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5 o'clock.
With Trooper Sarah Clayson set to be arraigned on September 24th, we hear from her lawyer on how she intends to plead.
Plus, Sunnyside City Manager Mike Gonzalez is no longer on paid administrative leave. We are learning more about the decision that City Council made following the investigation.
Then Benton County is updating their flood risk maps, what you need to know, and where to get answers from FEMA representatives.
And let's go outside, a live picture from our Skycam network. This is overlooking the Yakima Airport. What an active night, especially for people in the Tri-Cities weather-wise last night with all that thunder and lightning. Meteorologist Hayden Nix in for Stacy Lee with your forecast next.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Here we go on this Tuesday evening. Good evening. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redmond. It is September the 9th.
First at 5 o'clock tonight, we are learning that Sarah Clayson intends to plead at her upcoming arraignment, and that is not guilty.
And that's right. That's according to her lawyer, Scott Johnson. He also tells Apple Valley News Now, quote, because the state had not charged the case earlier, we were unable to access the evidence until now. With the evidence finally about to be available to the defense, our team of experts can begin carefully analyzing the case.
We expect the review and analysis to take considerable time, end quote. Clayson is the trooper who was involved in a deadly crash with a motorcyclist in March. She now faces a charge of vehicular homicide and is suspected of driving under the influence.
Her arraignment is set for September 24th.
Other news tonight and on the fire watch now. To a fire we've been following, the Wildcat Fire in Yakima County. It remains active, growing now to over 7,800 acres. Today, chipping operations have been conducted from State Route 410 to Goose Prairie to reduce vegetation. Officials say smoke conditions are improving as the weather has turned cooler and with higher humidity. Crews are patrolling the perimeter to put out hot spots and remove hazardous trees. Firefighters tell us they will continue to focus on locations where structures are threatened to steer the fire away.
Turning now to Walla Walla County near Prescott, where crews are battling the Wooden Road fire. It sparked just before 9 o'clock last night and has now spread to 4,000 acres, burning through vegetation. Officials say it presents a threat to nearby homes, commercial structures, utility and gas lines. State mobilization and air resources were requested early this morning to help with the containment. Officials say level 1 evacuations are in effect. Make sure you stay with us for the news at 6, as our very own Dan Hansen will be live in Prescott to give you the very latest updates.
Well, we have been seeing some waves of showers and storms to start the week.
Now let's turn it over now to meteorologist Hayden Nix in for Stacy Lee with a first look at your forecast.
Well, for this Tuesday evening, we are tracking some shower activity across the area, and we're going to continue to see this as we watch that moisture travel in from south to north, thanks to that disturbance that's still just off the coast of Oregon and Washington. So be mindful, there will be a couple of lightning strikes expected with this, as we're already seeing with our first alert radar imagery there. And for this evening, rain chances remain elevated. I'll step out and show you anywhere between 20 to 40% is what you can expect, and the red numbers are just to illustrate that those are going to be thunderstorm chances. For this evening, temperatures will be quite comfortable out there. We'll be in the 70s by 8 o'clock. Some upper 60s will already start to move in, and then we'll settle down eventually from the 60s at 10 o'clock to the upper 50s for most locations for this evening, and some upper 40s will be possible in the higher elevations of the Cascades and the Blues. For your Wednesday, temperatures will warm up just a bit more, but still staying close to average for this time of the year, with rain chances continuing in the forecast, which we'll talk more about coming up.
Well, Well, Benton County is rolling out updated flood maps, and they're inviting the public to learn more at open houses this week. The new maps show which areas carry the highest risk for flooding, something that can affect insurance requirements and future development. County leaders say the updates are also about giving people a clearer picture of the risks around their homes and neighborhoods so they can make more informed decisions to protect their property.
So the maps haven't been updated since the 1980s, so we're currently working with old archaic paper maps from the 80s. You know, they're 40 years old, and a lot of that data, the way that they did the hydrologic modeling back then, has changed. Now we have things like LIDAR and other technology that allows us to be a lot more precise.
The first open house is happening tonight at Kiona Benton City Middle School. That's starting at 5:30. It'll continue till 7:30. Another session will be held tomorrow at the Richland Public Library.
Following up now in Sunnyside, where the City Council voted to terminate City Manager Mike Gonzalez's contract without cause. Under city policy, Gonzalez was offered a severance package, which would require him to give up his right to sue the city or its elected officials. Gonzalez says he received the offer August 26th, but chose to reject it. The council's final vote was 4 in favor, 2 against, and 1 abstention.
Based on that briefing, the investigation confirmed that Mr. Gonzalez's claims against the council member for harassment and interference, which were also addressed by the notice of tort claim filed against the city, were not sustained. However, the investigation did identify some deficiencies in Mr. Gonzalez's management, including improper hiring and failure to properly discipline.
Gonzalez was first hired about 1 year ago. He has been on paid administrative leave since June 2nd. Gonzalez spoke out after the termination. As we first told you last night in a statement, Gonzalez thanked residents for their support and criticized City Council leadership, calling the investigation into his conduct politically motivated and a sham, and said this is a huge win for the truth. He praised council members Julia Hart and Vicky Frausto for standing up for him, and said he now plans to organize residents ahead of the November election to bring change to Sunnyside City Council. He said, in fact, he plans to mobilize residents ahead of that election to advocate for changes, adding on to that November 5th, 2025, quote, "This will be a different city council," end quote.
New at 5 now, President Trump is again trying to distance himself from the Jeffrey Epstein investigation, calling a letter allegedly written by Trump to Epstein fake.
ABC's Christiane Cordero has the latest now from the nation's capital.
Today, new calls for transparency in the Epstein investigation echo on Capitol Hill, with Democrats and some Republicans demanding all government records related to Jeffrey Epstein be made public.
Covering up the files just protects the criminal activity of pedophiles and the people who participated in those heinous acts.
It comes in light of a letter House Oversight Committee Democrats released yesterday, allegedly part of a group of documents the committee obtained through a subpoena of Epstein's estate. The letter was allegedly part of Epstein's 50th birthday book, given to him in 2003, 3 years before he was first arrested for sex crimes. It includes lines of text written to mimic an imaginary conversation between Trump and Epstein, framed by a crudely drawn outline of a woman's body. It ends with, "A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." The Wall Street Journal was first to report on the letter in July. Trump denied having anything to do with it.
They say there's a drawing of a woman, and I don't do drawings of women.
And today, the president told NBC News it's a dead issue, while the administration is accusing Democrats of leaking a fake image.
The president did not write this letter. He did not sign this letter. And that's why the president's external legal team is aggressively pursuing litigation against the Wall Street Journal, and they will continue to.
For months, the pressure to release the Epstein files was coming from within President Trump's base, as he vowed to do so while campaigning for re-election. That pressure prompted the Republican-led House Oversight Committee to release this latest set of documents some Republicans are questioning the authenticity of, in light of the president's response.
I put out a document, as you say, that you don't know is authentic.
We put out all the documents. We put out everything.
That was ABC's Christiane Cordero reporting. President Trump is suing the Wall Street Journal $10 billion for defamation after its initial report on the letter. The Wall Street Journal says it stands by its reporting.
Following this newscast, ABC World News Tonight with David Muir will continue the coverage on the alleged birthday letter to Epstein. Also, David is tracking the state of the economy with new concerning numbers on jobs.
Then be sure to stay with us for the news at 6 for more local news.
In more local news here at 5 now, the Richland School District is hosting its first school board meeting of September this evening. And the board plans to discuss key topics, including future budget planning.
Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz joins us now live from the district's administration center with more on what's on the agenda. So Caleb, what can we expect tonight?
Yeah, hi Wendy and Austin. So there's a lot on the agenda today. The meeting starts in about an hour or so, and there are a few things that we're going to be paying attention to. The first one is future related. So the school board is going to be discussing a budget framework plan that they are going to be trying to finalize by 2026. So they've got a little bit of time. But basically what that means is that they are going to be trying to plan out how they want to do their future budgets. And a primary motivation for this is that obviously the district has had some financial constraints. They're hoping to recover some funds, so they're going to be keeping that in mind as they start to discuss that this meeting and some of the next ones. And then another thing that is also future related that the board is going to be talking about today is facility planning for the next 10 years. So they're going to be talking about a plan for facilities which could be anything related to like HVAC renovations in schools, or maybe acquiring new buildings and building new schools and things like that. So that's another thing that they're going to start talking about today. But again, we'll kind of continue on as their meetings progress throughout the rest of the year. And then they have a vacancy on the board right now, so that's going to be another thing that they're going to pay attention to today. They are going to be releasing an application for that vacancy tomorrow, and it's going to close in early October. So we've got a little bit of time if you're interested in applying to work with the school board for that vacant position. And then lastly, there is going to be a presentation during this meeting that parents are encouraged to maybe tune into, because it is for a QStudio presentation, which is a software that can help turn your kids' Chromebooks, their internet access off when school is not in session. So maybe if you're a parent and your kid is having a little too much screen time for your taste, you can tune into that presentation and see how that software works. So yeah, so those are the few things that we're going to be paying attention to today, and I'll send it back to you guys at the desk.
All right, Caleb, thank you for that live report. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now live at 5, we will tell you about the growth the city of Hermiston is preparing for and how much it'll increase the city by.
And Hayden is coming back with a look at your full First Alert weather forecast. I wonder what's in store tonight. We had a very active night in the Tri-Cities last night with thunderstorms. He will detail what you can expect when we come back.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
Are you an energy worker receiving home health care? Don't settle. It's time to choose better care. At CNS Cares, our local nurses provide reliable care you can count on. Your dedicated care manager will help you get all the care and benefits you've earned.
My first provider made a lot of promises. CNS Cares has delivered.
Find out why more families are switching to CNS Cares. Visit cnscares.com.
With depression, it feels like every day you're just going through the motions. But what if you could get your go back?
Go with Auvelity.
Auvelity worked fast. Some saw relief in as early as 1 week. and Auvelity lasted. On average, significant relief was seen at 6 weeks. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions in young adults. Tell your doctor about sudden changes to mood, thoughts, or behavior. Don't take Auvelity if you have a history of seizure, eating disorder, or have abruptly stopped drinking alcohol or taking benzodiazepines, barbiturates, or anti-seizure medicine. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Don't take if you are allergic to dextromethorphan, bupropion, or any of the ingredients in Auvelity. Don't take with MAOIs. High blood pressure, manic episodes, serious eye problems, and dizziness can occur. Report all medicines you take to avoid a life-threatening condition. Don't take Auvelity if you are or may become pregnant. Side effects can include dizziness, headache, diarrhea, feeling sleepy, dry mouth, sexual function problems, and excessive sweating. Ask your provider about Auvelity.
Go with Auvelity.
Visit Cougar Bay Preserve on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Welcome back. The city of Hermiston is making a big move to prepare for growth, expanding its urban growth boundary to bring in future data centers.
So on Monday, the city council approved adding more than 800 acres near the South Hermiston Industrial Park. The expansion increases the city's size by nearly 20% and sets aside land specifically for hyperscale data centers.
Officials say it's meant to address a shortage of large industrial parcels and create room for long-term economic growth.
Specifically, this land is only for hyperscale data center industrial use, and so that was part of the economic opportunities analysis. Is, we're making the argument that, sure, we have some industrial land in town, but it's 5 acres, 10 acres, 20 acres. No hyperscale data center is going to be able to be constructed on that.
According to city officials, in order for the expansion plan to move forward, it will still need approval from Umatilla County next month before it's finalized. Columbia Basin College is launching a project to restore one of its most recognizable campus landmarks, the Legacy Hawk statue. A bronze fixture at the 20th Street entrance will undergo a complete refurbishment. The work will include cleaning the bronze, repairing damage, and applying a protective coat to ensure the hawk can weather the elements for years to come.
What we find at CBC is if you're in a room and you ask someone if they have been to CBC, or a kid of theirs has been to CBC, or someone in their family has been to CBC, inevitably almost every person in that room raises their hand or stands up to say that they're in some way connected to our campus. So we know that people drive by and they see that Legacy Hawk there, and they want to continue to see that Legacy Hawk in the future.
The restoration is expected to take several months. The hawk will also feature LED lights, making it more cost-effective. The statue is set to be revealed on campus next fall.
And a quick local sports note for you. Walla Walla High School has named Spencer Hessler its new head boys basketball coach. A 2009 High grad, Hessler even spent the last 3 seasons as the Blue Devils' assistant head coach. He now steps into the role after Adam Berg left for an assistant position over at Whitman College. He says he is excited to give back to the program that shaped him, focusing on building strong players both on and off the court.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Hayden Nix.
Well, we are tracking some shower activity across the area this evening, and that has allowed for at least some slight improvements as we begin to see the weather pattern allowing for an improved air quality. Now, you can see we still have some problems here with the air quality alert still highlighting several of our counties, but it actually has taken off a few of those just to the north of the Tri-Cities area. But as we track these showers here, we're going to continue to see more of this continuing on tonight as we see that moisture inflow from south to north thanks to disturbance just off the coast of Oregon and Washington. And of course, you can see the lightning strikes with this. That's expected and coming through fruition as well, as some of these thunderstorms will be capable of doing that. Hopefully, we're not going to see an increased risk of lightning fires with this, but we're watching that closely. Hopefully, it's aiding some of these wildfires that are going on out there right now. Several thousand acres still not in containment at this time. We have got rain chances elevated for tomorrow and Thursday, keeping it on the lower side for Friday and Saturday. But look what happens Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, right back up there as we continue to see favorable conditions for more moisture to move in. So weather pattern is going to show you that we'll see that first little wave coming through this evening. And as we navigate the day tomorrow, we'll continue to see just isolated pockets of showers. There won't be any kind of broad swath of rainfall, as you can see the weather pattern in our forecast models trying to depict here for Thursday into Friday. I really think that's just illustrating some areas of where rain could set up here, but most of it isolated in nature, very similar to what we're seeing for this evening. And that will carry on into the weekend as well. So just something to be mindful of. You've got to make sure to keep the rain gear handy just in case you get under one of those random showers that will move through the area. So for tomorrow's rain chances, notice that in the Tri-Cities area, we are going to see the lowest as far as any potential goes. We're going to see the best rain chances back to the west and southeast of the area. Then Thursday, uptick that rain chance to around a 50%, but we'll see area-wide rain potential across the board. And Friday, the same case as well. A mixture of just showers and thunder showers for the region. Now, rainfall is expected to be, as far as totals are concerned, anywhere from at least 1/10 of an inch to maybe even as high as 6/10 of an inch. That's going to be very isolated, most locations just shy of 1/4 of an inch or less overall. Back to the top of the forecast for tonight, those temperatures are going to be cooling down into the 50s and lower 60s. As you can see, some of those areas, especially as you get higher in the altitude, we are going to see at least temperatures in the upper 40s for the Cascades and the Blues. For tomorrow, high temperatures will climb back into the mid and upper 80s for some locations, 70s for others. And we'll see a mixture of this continuing in our 7-day forecast with rain chances embedded throughout there as well. Yakima looking at 30% chance for tomorrow, 10% Friday, 40% on Sunday. Ellensburg, we are expecting at least mid-80s through tomorrow, low 80s Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, upper 70s making a brief return on Sunday and Monday, with rain chances possible Wednesday through Monday of next week. Hermiston, we are expecting mid-80s Saturday, low 80s Sunday, with a break of a shower potential there. Best rain chances will be tomorrow and Thursday, and that's going to be the same case for Walla Walla, with best rain chances at least over the next 3 days, and again on Sunday.
All right, Hayden, thank you very much. Up next on the news at 5, why 4 schools in Walla Walla are proudly displaying banners. That's when we return with your spotlight.
Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week because the single pop-up burger combos are just $5.99. And I wait all week for this.
And so do I.
And that's why I always get 2.
The Tuesday special at A&W.
The Labor Day sale at Furniture Row has been extended. Shop today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus find huge discounts on living, dining, bedroom, and save 30% on our Denver mattress lineup. Check out Doorbusters while they last. And make your cash go further with 60 months, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But don't wait. The extended Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Why do patients and families immediately think of Good Shepherd? They trust our knowledge and expertise. They value the compassionate care we provide. They feel like they are being taken care of by family. From our renowned doctors and top-of-the-line technology to our state-of-the-art facilities, Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
At Bravo RV, we're gearing up for a huge event you will not want to miss out on.
The Forest River National Sales Event is on now. For a limited time, you can save big across our entire lineup of Forest River products. There's still time to get out, go camping, and make unforgettable memories. With Forest River, you'll find the perfect RV built for your journey and perfected for your stay. Don't wait. These amazing deals won't last long. Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun.
Tamaki Law, voted Tri-Cities #1 personal injury firm 6 years in a row.
We live here, we work here.
This is our community. We're not just lawyers, we're your neighbors. When you're hurt, we have your back.
That's why we stand with you every step of the way. Thank you for trusting us.
It is a privilege to serve our community, now and always.
Tamaki Law, again voted Tri-Cities #1 personal injury firm.
I'm Eduardo Morfin. Morfin Law Firm thanks you for 5 years of support. Remember, when choosing an attorney, select a local attorney that supports your local community.
It's hump day, and you know what that means. Hello, Country Fried Steak. Get a delicious meal for just $5.99 to make your Wednesday feel like the weekend. Yes, Wednesdays only, Country Fried Steak is just $5.99. Happy hump day from KFC.
Time for the Spotlight at 5. Banners are on display at 4 schools in Walla Walla as the district receives recognition for their outstanding performance. Green Park Elementary and Pioneer Middle School are credited for closing gaps, while Prospect Point and Sharpstein Elementary were honored for growth. The superintendent says only 16% of schools in the state received these honors this year. If you have an idea for the Spotlight, share it with us on social media.
All right, don't go anywhere. We have your reason to smile when we come back.
This newscast sponsored by Shriners Children's Spokane.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
The celebration might be over, but the red, white, and blue savings continue at More Furniture. It's your opportunity to take advantage of these historic savings before prices go up or your favorite pieces are gone forever. All bedrooms, living rooms, and dining rooms are on sale and include free white glove delivery of your entire purchase. You've worked hard all year. Now it's your turn to relax in style. More Furniture, where everyone buys more furniture for less.
Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Amber Sharon is now seeing patients at Prosser Digestive Health Center. Dr. Sharon provides upper endoscopy, colonoscopy, and specializes in women's digestive health. Get expert, compassionate care close to home. Call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 to schedule, or learn more at prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Get ready for adventure with the fun and rugged 2025 Ford Bronco Outer Banks from Price Ford of Yakima Valley. Nob Hill Casino's biggest prize ever. Want to drive it home? Just enter daily at Nob Hill Casino now through Wednesday, October 8th for your chance to win. While you're here, enjoy our 16-lane bowling center, mouth-watering cheeseburgers at the Last Frontier restaurant, cold drinks at the bar, and try your luck with pull tabs and table game action.
We invite you to come visit us at Price Ford of Yakima Valley and Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
My husband and I had planned our dream home, and it was years in the making. I didn't want to just show up at any big box store. We wanted to sit down, and I want you to spend time with us. Like, this is a big investment. Our family spends so much time in our kitchen, and now that we're moved in, we are so pleased with our experience with Fred's, with the product line, and how it really aesthetically added value to our kitchen. Fred's Appliance over-delivered.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Take a trip high above Cougar Bay Preserve with wetlands, meadows, trails, and more.
Family-friendly trail, so very, very beginner. There are some steep inclines, but it's moderate. It's a great place.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Next, ET, one-on-one with Charlie Sheen. Stunning new reveals from his new book. Plus,
this is a rare sort of occurrence.
The red carpet return of Leonardo DiCaprio. Next, ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Well, we're still tracking the shower activity across the area, and we're still going to do so over the next several days. Rain chances will fluctuate with their greatest, at least for Tri-Cities area, for Wednesday and Thursday, dropping that down to a 10% for Friday and Saturday. Yakima, rain chances all the way through next Monday with temperatures anywhere from the mid-80s to the lower 80s on the 7-day. Walla Walla, upper 70s Thursday with the best rain chance for that day. Hermiston, we are looking at rain chances Wednesday through Monday, temperatures from the mid-80s to upper 70s.
Hayden, thanks so much. Hey, look at this amazing photo we have here. This is from Chuck Lolis. Morning on the Columbia River, and I just love the colors on this one. What do you think, Austin?
Oh, gorgeous. That was what, end of August?
Yeah. I miss August.
Long
But the temperatures are very nice that we've been seeing out here lately. All right, if you would like to send us a reason to smile, we would love to see your picture. Just scan that QR code at the top of your screen. And thank you to our friends at Lifetime Dental for being the sponsor of this segment. Love it so much.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for joining us here at 5. ABC World News Tonight with David Muir coming at you next. For news anytime, just go to AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Hoping your news is good news.
All right. We'll see you back here for the news at 6.